going outside, in the city.
Yeah, not a problem.
Not a problem all the time, yeah.
Just get in the taxi.
Oh yeah.
Straight there.
Taxi
the
all
wheelchair
over.
in the car, and away we go. Simple as that.
Yeah, and then I hope we can find some pictures and we can share you how you can, how you go around and.
So there's only a few bits and pieces if you say, well, that would be perplexing, but most of the time, no, it didn't really affect. And the taxis always came pretty quickly along the road anyway, and so no, it was always cool. So no, that wasn't, no. What was it like day to day? Well, you have to get used to the 6 o'clock bit, where it gets dark at 6, it gets light sometimes earlier than that, but normally 6, it's about 6 and 6, so you have to get used to that. You have to get the fact that, because we're in Baguio, you have to get used to the fact that it's not hot every day. Some days are just damn cold, and it's about 9 degrees. So you sit there with a coat on, miserable. So you can get a lot of that. So that was a shock, because you think, oh, well, I'm here, it's going to be that, because if you go half an hour down a little bit lower down the mountain, it's like that all the time. But a bit too high up. But apart from that, so the weather can be interesting, to say the least. That typhoon we had there, on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And earthquakes. Come on, man, I've been around about 5 earthquakes. One was a real big one, and it stopped. There's like a wooden partition here that goes into...
In the house?
Yeah, in the house. So this is the sort of living area with the television and stuff like that. Toilet over that way, bed. And then going this way through a archway like that, going into there is where that's the kitchen part.
Yeah.
So in between that are lots and lots of little shelves built into this nice wooden thing. And these are lots of really nice ornaments.
Yeah.
And Rita's prize ones and stuff like that cost a lot of money. They're all sitting on there. And this earthquake, because I'm sitting here on the settee here, so this is right next to me, and I'm watching this, because the whole house is really moving about. And and they're slowly moving towards the edge. And just when they get to the edge, it stops. Oh. And I thought, I better get up and push them back to where they were, because if we get an aftershock, they're coming over. So I had to get up quickly and just push them all back, because they were all right on the very edge.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it stopped. I went, oh, I'm glad that one stopped, because that was scary, that one was.
And there was one earthquake as well when we were sleeping, and all of a sudden, it's just an angry, the house is angry.
Yeah,
I said, my God, what is that? Earthquakes, oh my God.
They're cool.
And talking about earthquakes, and I was in Baguio as well with a big one. That was in 1990. That was in the 1990s.
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether, wasn't it?
That's horrendous experience. Luckily, I wasn't in university that time. And at the time as well, I was a working student, and I am helping this mother while she goes to school as well. I look after her baby while she goes. And then we alternate. That's what we do. I help her, and while she helps me. Oh my goodness. We were watching this. I and my friend grabbed the baby. But she was the mother of the baby who I'm looking after was at the university then. But I have another friend, he's called Lydia. And shout out Lydia, I miss you. And so we did she was in a different house, but we are neighbors. She ran towards us and she helped me carry this baby. And we went to an open space, and then there's just big house around us. And then we're watching this. This is what an earthquake does. Move like that, and then move like that.
Yeah.
It's just like the land is like a wave.
Yeah, it is, that's what it does, yeah. Really.
So we don't know, because you do that. You do that. And then this house is and then it's about to fall. Get out of the beam of the thing. Luckily it stopped. It did not fall on us. But then in the flat we're living, because the water, we accumulate water in every bottles or in every thing we put in them, because the schedule is around 3 times a week. So when your schedule comes, it's up to you to fill up for whatever you got. So we can almost hear these bottles, jars falling. Oh my God, that is such a thing. And then when it stopped, we got back in. We can't stay because everything is down the floor. Where will you go? So there is this school or like a barangay hall for us to go. And then we all went there. All those people in that area went into that. And then, there's this rescue team come back. But in where we stayed, there wasn't any casualty life-wise. But then, while we're hearing these casualties, mosely in hotels and universities.
Yeah, because there was
the hotels is like there's a hotel that just like an accordion. Ching!
Yeah, completely flat.
Completely flattened, and there's this. Oh my God! It is such a very.
The bridge was gone.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get through by road because the bridges were gone.
And then
huge, great big hole. I mean, there were some bits of the road were up here, and the other bits of the road were like 30 foot down there.
And we were so worried because when we're listening to this radio, and here comes that they're counting these deaths in universities, and oh my God, and we're so worried about the mother of this child we're looking after, because in the university it's called the University of Cordillera. That's where I have studied as well. And I think they're counting, and there was around like four casualties in that university. But the other university called University of Baguio, that was the worst hit among the universities. And I said, oh my God, luckily, we're just thinking, oh, that is 4. So we're thinking, I don't think the mother of this child is one of it.
Yeah,
she's probably all right. So we are really, really kind of relieved when at night at 10 o'clock here she comes. And then, of course, it's a relief. What will we do if she was one of those casualties? She had no slippers. She had walked.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. Back.
No slippers,
there is
nothing.
No slippers, no shoes, and then she was retelling this experience, how she has to run over people, toppling. I think in her accounts, she was thinking of her baby.
Yeah.
So she just, I can't die.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
She said, I can't die. And then she just push, and then she does not care. Of course, me too. I wouldn't care who am I stepping to. She just, run to where the door is. So most of the casualties or injuries were done by
people trample.
Yeah. It's like stampede.
Well, exactly. That's what she was doing. She was stampeding.
Yeah.
She was giving it P for plenty, and I don't care who's in the way.
Yeah.
People do that though. They get completely and utterly. That is the way I've got to get out of here, and whatever it takes, I'm going through. Nobody needs to try to stop me. People do that, but they can.
So she's just kind of feeling, I'm really sorry for those who I walked over.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but if she didn't do that, she could have been the one being
killed. Yeah, so
she could have been the one being walked over too. So
anyway,
lucky. Anyway, that's that was we were about to say. It was supposed to be his experience. Now it's just because of the earthquake. That is why my memory came to it. So okay, back to Papa. His experiences.
Well, we'll talk about the weather ones first. So
the
next one. So we've had the earthquakes. I know it's not weather, but it's same difference. Comes on every now and again. Was when we had the typhoon. Now that, I've been in the Philippines for and I've seen ones in Manila, but I have been in typhoons before. But I have been in a typhoon when I'm on top of a mountain, and we are on top of the mountain.
We're the toughest.
We're the highest house, top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So when the weather comes in from Baguio City, which is down below from us, you look across to the mall. So you look across the whole of more or less Baguio, right the way up to it. So if the weather's going to be cutting through that way, it comes on and then it hits us really hard because it's got to go, because it's lower, so it's trying to go into the mountain, but it can't, so it has to go over the top. So the winds get really strong because they go over the top where we are, and where we are, where the next house is, there's a gap, and there's a, in the rainy season, it's like a little stream that trickles down and runs through the thing, and it's quite nice. Just a little stream that runs through there. Even when, it's really bad rain, it never gets much, only a little bit, runs a little bit and stops. It's fine. Well, we had a warning that with this, we're going to have this typhoon, and it was going to stick around for about 3 days.
I think it's called Typhoon Ompong. I think we were there with Typhoon Ompong.
I think it should have been typhoon. I'm going to blow like a bastard. Jeez,
yeah, Typhoon Ompong was bad.
I tell you now.
Had so much.
When you looked at, and this is the honest truth, that little stream that runs down between the houses and then goes down, that is a raging river now. I mean, no, not a little stream. No, this is a river. It's coming down there.
And it's even hitting our doors, isn't it?
It's coming through, and we've had to block up the gap in the door, otherwise we'll be flooding. So it's coming down, and it dropped a little bit, and so I opened the door so I could see what's happening. And the rain and this water that were coming through there, because it was cascading from the top. I mean, it was just like a massive, massive waterfall. So you've got all this spray and everything, and you just look across and you see with the wind, which is screaming between the two houses.
I know.
And you look across at that and you go, whoa, man, that's gonna blow. I can tell you, I loved it. I was just sitting there absolutely loving it. And it did that more or less for 3 days before they quit it.
Yeah.
And we looked the top tank where the water tank was blown off the roof.
Yeah.
And we heard that go clattering down and then go bang against the front wall. It was like, oh, for God's sake. So we went up there to try to rescue that because we needed the water and stuff. So that was fun, sorting that one out. Yeah, did I like it? I loved it. There was landslides down the thing going down to the bottom. I couldn't get free for a few days while they dug it all out again.
Yeah.
It was just great there. I loved that.
Yeah.
And everybody was, after that happened, everybody was talking and, what happened and such, their house got blown away and all these things. So no.
Yeah. So that's the weather-wise. When you live in the Philippines, you have to have this weather. You have to,
It's not the tropical Philippines. Not in bloody Baguio, it's not. It's mountainous Philippines.
Yeah.
You're in the mountains. For 11 days, and this is the honest truth, I've never had that in this country, and it'd be bloody miserable in the winter. In the Philippines, for 11 days, you couldn't even see down through the bottom steps. So you couldn't see more than 100 yards at any one time for 11 days, because we were in the clouds for 11 days. And it was bloody freezing. And everybody started getting pissed off. Everybody was in a temper.
Yeah.
Because they had no sun. And then the day that sun broke out,